this Grossular garnet is actually rarer than Tanzanite, and it is also a single source gemstone. So this is even rarer, 1,000 times rarer than a Tanzanite, which is 1,000 times rarer than a diamond.
Hey guys, welcome back to another unboxing. I have Jaimeen back with me, and Jaimeen is a third generation gem dealer and a gem expert, and he always brings us really fun and exciting gems. So we're excited to see what he brought us.
I'm excited to show you what I got this time. It's a very unique gemstone.
Ooh, this is green. So now is this garnet?
It is. It's one of the rarest colors of garnet you can ever get, a green Grossular garnet.
Okay, Jaimeen, can you tell me a little bit about Grossular garnet?
Absolutely. So this, what you're seeing here, is a mint Grossular garnet. It comes from the Merelani mines in Tanzania. Obviously, the Merelani mines are famous for their Tanzanite production. Mm-hmm. So this here is actually the indication that Tanzanite is coming. So when a miner is actually in the tunnel and trying to find Tanzanite, the first thing they get is green Grossular garnet. First, you start seeing the more opaque, the more fractured materials embedded in graphite and mica. And then as the Grossular garnet gets more clear, more clean, you know that there's a Tanzanite production happening very, very soon. Back in the day, Sarah, believe it or not, when I used to go there mining for Tanzanite, we actually took this as byproduct and used to just shove it back in the mine, thinking that just focus on Tanzanite mining and not worry about the Grossular garnets. And today, this is one of the most valuable garnets and one of the most valuable gemstones in the world. And now they've exceeded the value and exceeded the popularity of Tanzanite to where these gemstones go for thousands and thousands of dollars a carat.
What causes this beautiful green color?
Both Burma and Tanzania have a very, very strong presence of chromium and vanadium in its soil. And this particular green Grossular garnet, again, is colored by chromium with trace elements of vanadium. Mm-hmm. Vanadium is not from this earth. It's actually mineral that came in with meteorites when they crashed into the earth, right? So meteorites actually crashed into the areas in Tanzania and spread vanadium all over the space. And that vanadium interacted with the soils, creating these beautiful, beautiful green Grossular garnets. When you have vanadium in a gemstone, it just has an added element of pop to it, an added element of oomph to it. So chromium and vanadium are very, very important that color and add extra vibrancy to a gemstone. And if you turn it around, Sarah, you'll see the white here, that's calcium, that's binding these gemstones together, and the black there, that's pyrite, which is fool's gold. So you see calcium, you see pyrite, you see all these, and a little bit of the dark black is graphite.
I love this piece right here because you're really seeing like these steps down. Yeah.
Yep. You can actually literally see how that gemstone has formed over centuries, every part of the formation process. Those are growth lines. That's what they call them, growth lines.
Okay.
Yep. So it indicates the growth of that crystal.
Yeah. And then it just gets smooth here. Has this been polished?
Absolutely not. This is how it was produced. And when you talk about garnets in the cubic structure, those growth lines show you the cubic structure of the garnet. You can see how they are cubic growth lines.
That's really cool. I love when you can see the structure of it on the outside.
Exactly, and this is how incredible Mother Nature is.
That's beautiful. So you're a third generation gem dealer.
I was actually tricked into becoming a gem dealer. I studied computer engineering, and I actually didn't want anything to do with the family business. And I was just given a summer internship to work the family mine and make some money out of it. I wanted to buy a camera, and so I went in my summer to work the mines, and that was it. I was addicted.
I love this, but I understand you have more to show me, so I want to see it.
Yep. So I'll let you unbox the bigger box here.
Oh, Still green. Is this still Grossular Garnet?
That is absolutely right. So this is your final cut stone versions of what you just saw in the raw.
This is great. I can now see why it is such a popular stone, because once I see it faceted, that's stunning.
Incredible. Again, Sarah, no treatment, absolutely nothing that has been done to this gemstone to enhance its beauty, except for just simple cutting and polishing process. What you're seeing here is in at least the $20,000 and up range in value per stone.
There's a range of colors here.
Absolutely. So I wanted to show you the range of what Grossular Garnet does. So this is your Merelani mints, which is your most pastel minty colors, like your gemstone right there. And then these are Tsavorite Garnets. So these are also Grossular Garnet. It's the deep forest green color of Tsavorite, which you saw in this specimen right here. So basically, the darker it gets, the closer it gets to Tsavorite. And the lighter it gets, it's closer to mint Grossular Garnet.
All right.
Also gives you a great indication of how much rock you have to actually dig through and move through to get these gemstones, because look how much rock there is. There's calcium, there is calcite, there is pyrope, there is graphite, but the gemstones in here are such small, tiny ones, and you see how opaque these are. So imagine how big a piece of gemstone you had to get that cut stone. Right there.
Do you typically find the garnet in something that can make it this size, or you typically going to see more of this?
You're typically going to see even smaller. What I got for you is like as big and as important as these gemstones actually get. The largest gemstone I've personally seen in my life is a 50 carater, and these are in the 5 and 10 carat range. And I want to say that for maybe a ton, maybe 2 tons of material produced, you might get one gemstone in that 5 carat range.
Oh wow!
It is incredibly rare to get a 5 carat Tsavorite or Grossular Garnet.
Okay, so this one I'd say is the largest we have on the table. And what's the carat?
Most likely a 5+ carat Tsavorite Garnet. And in this gem quality, deep, saturated, loop clean material, to give you perspective, there might be a few hundred maybe in the whole world to choose from. So that's a very, very rare gemstone.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing it to show me and trusting me with it.
Of course, it's a pleasure. And like I said, it's such a durable, hard gemstone that although it might be valuable, you couldn't break it if you wanted to.
Okay.
Don't try though.
No, I won't. All right, and I think this one's the biggest of the mint garnet.
Exactly. This looks like a 7 or 8 carat gemstone, Sarah. And again, precision cut, incredibly loop clean, beautiful color. This is as rare a gemstone as it gets. And again, to get these big sizes of gemstones, I would be lucky if I saw maybe half a dozen, maybe 10 stones in a year of these this gem size.
Oh, wow.
Paribas and mints are one of the most popular gemstones out there with the designers and the brands these days. It's because it's such an easy color to wear. It's such an incredibly unique color to wear. You think about a kiwi diamond maybe or light green diamond, which are very, very unique, and that's the closest you can think of when you come to Paribas and Grossulars.
Okay, we can talk about how beautiful they are all day, but I'm told that these have a cool hidden feature, something else about them?
Absolutely. So these gemstones, because of the presence of chromium and vanadium, are incredible when you put a black light to them. They fluoresce like no other gemstone. I can't wait to show you.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Oh wow.
Isn't that the coolest? It's like It just goes from a beautiful green to a peachy pink, and it's just an incredible fluorescence to it.
I love when something fluoresces an unexpected color.
Exactly. Most fluorescence happens where a gemstone color is just enhanced or it just goes up a few notches. Very few gemstones fluoresce to a completely different color like this one. Just the fact that there is a peachy pink color change altogether makes this such a unique gemstone, and again confirms the presence of chromium and vanadium in the gemstone.
I mean, this is really exciting. Do the other ones fluoresce as well?
So that's the cool part. It's the lighter mints that fluoresce. The darker greens do not fluoresce because of the saturation of chromium in them.
Okay. And these are fluorescing like to varying degrees.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like
so
that
you see
one.
the saturation of the gemstone plays a huge role in how it fluoresces. The more minty they are, the more vanadium it has, and the more vanadium it has, the more fluorescence it has. So I love that these gemstones are all so unique in its own right.
The first thing I thought when you said they're colored by chromium and vanadium was, emerald.
Absolutely. So chromium is the exact same element that colors emeralds and colors Tsavorite and mint garnets. That's why that incredible deep green.
Mm-hmm. It's an indicator for Tanzanite, so obviously you're going to have some of the same elements in there coloring them. You can see all the little fibers from their case.
The unique aspect of this gemstone is that, again, unlike a Paraiba, unlike emeralds, unlike rubies, these are completely natural gemstones. So there's no oil, there's no heat, there is no other irradiation of any sort to make these gemstones as beautiful as they are right now. So the mint garnets, like the tanzanites, actually are also a single source gemstone because they only come from the Merelani hills, just like your tanzanites, and incredibly, they are almost identical in chemical structure as well. So the mint Grossular garnets and tanzanites, they just go hand in hand, and people tend to focus on tanzanite and how it's going to be a one-generation gemstone. This Grossular garnet is actually rarer than tanzanite. So for every 1,000 tanzanite that you find, you maybe find one Grossular garnet. And it is also a single source gemstone. So this is even rarer. I want to venture to say 1,000 times rarer than a tanzanite, which is 1,000 times rarer than a diamond. So imagine how rare this gemstone is.
Yeah. I could look at these all day, but I want you guys to have a chance to look at them too, so let's take a closer look. So, Jaimeen, I understand that you have brought some Grossular garnet for us to sell. So can you tell me a little bit about what you brought?
Yeah, it's exciting. Exciting that we have some for sale right now. There's both Tsavorites and Merelani mint garnets. You can check both of them out. And what's amazingly interesting is that, again, in my opinion as a gem dealer, the prices online right now are the old prices from when I used to buy them a few years ago. The prices, just like Paraibas, have just shot up in value. And so therefore the new stones I'm replacing are way more expensive than the ones that are online today.
We'll have links to that down in the description, and make sure that you check those out while they last, because I can imagine there's not many of them there and they're gonna go super quick. Thank you so much, Jaimeen, for bringing these beautiful stones for me to look at today and play with. Okay, guys, let us know down in the comments, Tsavorite or mint, which one was your favorite. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you don't miss any future videos. Bye.